All right, everybody, check it out. Today, I'm going to be doing my first scooter review. And this scooter is by a company called Ausom, and it is called the Leopard. Now, you can already see that this thing has some features to it. I'm going to show you everything you need to know about it, and hopefully it won't kill me. So let's get into it. This rugged-looking off-road scooter comes in one size and one color. As you can see right here, it has a very cool black and yellow theme to it. The scooter itself weighs 69.6 pounds and has a payload capacity of 265 pounds. It has 3 speeds, 9 miles an hour, 22 miles an hour, and a blazing 34 miles an hour. The average rider height for the Leopard is between 4'8" and 6'7". Now my friends at geekbuying.com sent me this Leopard to try out, and currently you can get it on their website for $949, but if you use this code you can get it for $50 off. Your purchase will also come with a free aosom sport band where it calculates your blood and different things like that. It's a smart band, so it comes with the scooter. Ausom claims that the Leopard will do 52 miles on a single battery charge. Now that is if you are a rider who is 165 pounds, you don't go any faster than the 9 miles an hour, you're on total flat land, and the temperature is 79 degrees. I am none of those things. We are gonna be running this thing through the ringer today, so I expect to get a lot shorter range out of this scooter. This scooter has a 48 volt, 1000 watt brushless rear hub motor. It also has 25 Newton meters of torque. Stopping power for the Leopard should be excellent. It has an e-brake, plus it has front and rear disc brakes with 5.5-inch slotted rotors. The Leopard is full suspension, and it has front and rear swing arms with outstanding shock absorption. The Leopard is powered by a 48 volt, 20 amp hour, 998 watt hour battery. It also comes with a 2 amp charger, making your charging time 10 hours. The charging port to your Leopard is right here. The Leopard is 49 inches long and 51.2 inches tall when it's unfolded. The footboard is a wide 8.3 inches. Now the seat on the Leopard is detachable. I added it when I put the scooter together, and really there wasn't much to do. We just had to put the handlebars on and the seat on to assemble this scooter. The seat does look comfortable, and it is a suspension seat post. It has a quick release, the seat post is adjustable, and this whole thing can be folded down if you don't want it sitting up while riding it. To lower the seat, we're going to take this quick release clamp, we're going to lower that. Then you have another quick release that you're going to unhook and slide it back. There is a button right here that you push to release it, and everything slides forward. Now, once you have it forward, we'll go ahead, hit that, or go ahead and release the seat, and that way it kind of fits right in that area, giving you as much room as possible for your feet. Your handlebars have 3 adjustments to it. You have 43 inches right here, 46 inches, and 49 inches. And don't worry, they're not loose. All you do is just, once you get the height that you want, you just tighten it up with this quick release right here. Now putting this bike into a folded position is not hard at all. I just showed you guys how to do the seat. We'll bring that down. And then for the front here, what we do is we're going to loosen the lock on it. And you're gonna pull out this lever. You're gonna drop it right down. Now for this to hook, there's a hook right here. And for it to hook, you need to make sure it's on the 49-inch level, the highest level. Pull your display back a little bit, and it hooks right into your foot spot. And you can just pick it up and move it around or store it. In the folded position, the scooter is 49 inches long by 22.5 inches tall. The Leopard has 6 sets of lights on it. You have this headlight right here, and then you have these 2 front lights, which also serve as turn signals. Right here you have 2 more lights, one on each side. These are also your rear turn signals, and you have this main tail light and brake light. Cockpit Operations. Now to start, the great thing about this scooter is it takes a key to operate it. So we're going to go ahead and put that on here so I can show you the features of the bike. Once you put the key in, you're just going to turn it on, hold this power button down right here until the screen comes on. Now on your left side, you have a really nice feeling rubber grip. It has a palm rest right here. This is your headlights on and off. Right here is your turn signals to the left and to the right. And as you can see, it gives you an indicator showing that you're turning left and that you're turning right. Also, when your headlights are on, there's a little headlight emblem right here. Here's your horn. Okay, that's pretty loud. Also on your left-hand side, you have your front brake lever. On the right-hand side, you have your grip, you have your rear brake lever. This is your throttle. If I push that, the thing's gonna go forward because it is in pedal assist 1. And right here is your controller to the display, which bounces between the different speeds and display modes. Your display is a nice black and white, and it covers a lot of features. It tells you how many volts you have right here, gives you your speed and miles an hour. Right here is your battery level, broken down into 10 different incremental levels. Then you have your trip meter, your odometer meter, and the way you activate and operate is you use this button right here. So if I hit this, take a look at this. We're in the 9-mile-an-hour speed right now. If I hit this button, it goes to number 2, which means now we'll do 22 miles an hour. Hit it again, and now ready to do 34 miles an hour. As you also see, your display bounces between your trip and the overall odometer. We have some additional features with this scooter that I haven't mentioned. Like you have these very thick and very sturdy plastic fenders right here. You have a non-slip textured footboard with a foot pad right here, a very sturdy looking kickstand, and this scooter has cruise control. So let's go ahead, get it out on the road and see what it does. We've added some of our safety things. I got the half knee bar end mirror here. I also added Magic Shine's newest light that they have. It's called the Ray 2600B. It has a phone app and all that kind of stuff. A cool thing about this light is that it has an app and I can control all kinds of stuff from it. I can make it double flash. I can make it do all kinds of stuff. So that's a pretty cool feature. We're going to be trying that out on the next few reviews and see how well it does. I have also added my foldy lock so that in case I stop somewhere I can lock it up. But this is how we're going to start off the ride, with the seat down, because I just want to see how much room I would have when I'm standing on the scooter with the seat down, to see if it's actually functional to keep the seat on the bike. Also for safety, I am wearing my knee pads. I'm going to be wearing my full face Cali helmet and my riding glasses that actually brighten and dim shade-wise depending on the sun. Here we are doing the road test. I figured I'd start off by doing the speedometer check first to make sure that our speeds are going to be accurate. Right now it shows 24 miles an hour. I'm on the second mode, so you have the 9 mile an hour, you have the 22 mile an hour, and I am on the 22 mile an hour right now, just cruising through here, and it shows that we're actually doing 20 miles an hour. So because of that, that means the mileage would have been off. Now I have already started Strava, so that'll give us an accurate count of today. And yeah, let's continue on with the test. You know what, this floorboard is pretty nice and sticky. It's that non-slip is definitely, you can notice it when you step on it. I'm going to put the seat up on this just to see how that feels with a guy that's not used to, you know, being on a scooter. I might feel a little bit more comfortable if I put the seat up. Drop the handlebars. Oh, nice. All right, let's see how that is. Ooh, this thing is spongy. Oh, hang on. All right, I think I have the seat up as high as it can go right now. Still leaves room for, how would I stand up if I was on this? If I have the seat on there, can I easily stand up? Oh yeah, I'm standing up right now. But I have the seat in between my legs. And that seems pretty comfortable, actually. This is an off-road scooter, so let's take it a little bit off-road. I can definitely feel that double suspension. This ride's actually pretty smooth. I like it. I don't know about jumping off one of these curbs, though. I think that might be a little bit dangerous. Yeah, but I did it. I have the throttle all the way down. It says 27. Yeah, 27 seems to be its sweet spot, which is actually 25. I am fighting the wind here, though. There we go, 28. And then it went back down to 27. So I feel pretty secure with 27 being the top speed. Right now, I have this thing in the slowest mode, which should be 9 miles an hour or 7 miles an hour. We're going to see how long it actually takes to do that. Remember, this has a 1,000-watt rear hub motor. So let's see. Ooh, kind of jumped a little bit. But it is kind of a slow takeoff for sure. And we hit it at 8 seconds. We are now in the second speed, which is like 23, 22, 23. We're going to see how long it takes us. I know it hits 23, so let's see how long it takes for us to hit 23 miles an hour, which is really going to be about 21. Boom, 15 seconds. I now have it in its third speed right here. As you can see, this thing should take us up to 27 miles an hour. Let's go. Boom, 20 seconds or 19 seconds, somewhere around there. All right, let's go climb a hill. Here we are for the hill climb. Now I'm going to go ahead and put it in the lowest level, which it is now, which is the 7 mile an hour speed. And we're going to see if we can even climb this hill in that mode. Ready? Let's go. Ooh, I do not think we're going to make it. Yeah, I didn't think so. There's no way we're making it up this higher incline right here. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, we'll swing it around. All right, let's try it in the second speed, which is the 20 mile an hour speed. And right here we go. Feeling a little bit more power on the takeoff. Oh, we might have a shot with this one. Ooh, the biggest part right here, that's the steep part. Well, this all is a steep part actually, but it looks like we are definitely going to make it to the top. That is awesome. I mean, we're only doing about 5 miles an hour, but we did make it. A big hole. Knee pads. Well, that's something with these tinier tires. I'm used to bigger tires that would have made it through that hole. So there is definitely a learning curve when it comes to riding a scooter. Now we are in the third and highest speed. Let's go. Can you guys see how the suspension is working with this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All of a sudden we are going a little bit slower than we were in the second speed coming up this hill. But both of them made it, and that's what we were looking for. But yeah, this suspension is working awesome. All right, let's go head over and do some brake testing. All right, one of the things that I'm definitely doing is going back and getting my elbow pads. It's just going to help me feel safer during this review or when riding this thing. I mean, since I know that I'm going to be pushing it to its limits and, well, mine, I'd rather be geared up as much as possible. I'm sure that when I'm normally riding this, if I'm just running it to do an errand or whatever, I'll just be riding it normal and not need all this protective gear. But for today's review, yeah, we're throwing that in. Now, I still have the seat up on this bike so that I can sit down whenever I want, but I do like the fact how it feels and how more stable I feel when I lean my leg up against it. I don't know if you can see that, but when I lean my leg up against it, well, it just actually gives me more stability on this thing. I went ahead and I stopped back here at the house, put on my elbow pads. I actually think I'm going to be using my mountain biking gloves as well, just in case if I fall off this thing, you know, you're going to put your hands out first. At least I'd like a little bit of protection. Now, I went ahead and took a look. We have 80% battery power left, and it's showing that we've gone 7 miles so far. Now, I turned this bike off so I could go get that stuff and put it on, my protective stuff, and it went ahead and it reset the trip. So it's a good thing that we went ahead and did the Strava, because it's one of those displays that take out the trip. And as you can see right here on the odometer, it shows that we have 7 miles, which matches up with this. All right, let's get back out on the road. All right, we are here to do the brake test. We're going to do it on 3 different speeds. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and put it in speed number 1 and see how fast she stops. Remember, this does have an e-brake, which means it'll electrically try to slow down the motor, while you also have your 2 other brakes that are mechanical that will stop the bike. Oh my gosh, we're just creeping along. Here we go. 9 miles an hour. Hit the brakes. And we stopped in about 3.5 feet. Yeah, all right. We are now on speed number 2. This is going to take us up to 23 miles an hour. Hopefully we got enough room to get to it. We should. 20, 21, 22. Oh, we are not doing that. Holy cow. Did you guys see that? Yeah, that could have been disastrous. Holy cow. Oh, let me go ahead. I want to try that, but I need to lean back farther to try to get this thing to stop because I almost just wiped out. All right, we're going to get up speed. We're doing 20 miles an hour. All right. Looks like I was able to safely stop it at 13.5 miles an hour. Yowza. Do I even want to try that third speed? But I'm gonna. All right, so let's note that, number one, we are not just going to slam on the brakes when it comes to riding this thing. That is the last thing you want to do because you are going to fly over the front of it. Oh, Jesus. I'm not even looking forward to this. All right, we're going back really far. Here we go. This is it, though. This is all I'm trying when it comes to this braking stuff. Here we go. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 20 feet. I'll accept that. I have survived the brake test. Let me show you how good the suspension works, which I think it's excellent. Just kind of experimenting with this thing a little bit here. Can I just hop off of a curb? Oh, yes, I can. Well, I feel really comfortable riding this. You know, of course, it was a little sketchy at first, but with this seat in the up position and me being able to rest my legs on it, well, I think that that makes me feel a lot stable. These tires are awesome when it comes to riding this on the pavement, and the suspension is top notch. The horn seems to be pretty loud, so that's good. And it also seems to be in a tone to where people know that something's coming up. I'm going to be spending most, if not all, of this ride for distance. I'm going to be doing it on the second mode to where we're doing 20 to 22 miles an hour. That feels the safest to me. Not sure how far we're going to be able to make it. So I think I would rather just put it at that speed because for me, that would be the speed that I would normally be riding in. All right, guys, I figured we'd go ahead and do a mileage check. Now, the display is showing that we've gone 11 miles, but the trip meter on this thing shows that it's like 1 mile. So I wouldn't put any faith in that at all. It's showing that we are at 60% battery power, which is totally fine. Strava's showing that we've gone 11.8 miles, and I think that I'm feeling very comfortable on this scooter at this point. Between the standing up and the seated down position, I'm having a really good time. So let's keep going and see how many miles I can get out of this scooter before it runs out of battery. So the goal is we are going to head over to Lakeshore Drive and then we're going to work our way back home. And maybe, if I'm lucky, if I play it out right, we'll have just enough battery power to do this trip. Hi! This is a good area to actually put it in mode 3 and see how fast we actually go. 27 miles an hour? Yep, I thought that was as fast as it went, but I just wanted to confirm one more time because you just never know. Oh, wait, now we're at 28. All right, so it looks like we're bouncing between 27 and 28 miles an hour. I went ahead and kicked it back down into level 2 at the 20 miles an hour because, like I said before, that is what feels the most comfortable to me. Figured here'd be a good spot to go ahead and do another mileage check. We are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50% battery, 19.24 miles. This thing's actually doing really well when it comes to distance. We are heading back towards the house, but I am actually impressed. This thing is, I'm having a good time on this thing. I really am. This thing is fun. Let's go. Let's get it. Nice. Seems like the rougher the terrain, the happier the scooter is. Now this thing says it has cruise control, but I have not been able to figure out how to do the cruise control yet. I think it might have been a setting that I haven't turned on. So in this video, we will not be testing that out. Hello, ducks. Hey, geese. Geese, excuse me. Now, I do like having the seat up because then when I come to a stop like this, well, then I just end up sitting on the seat and it's nice and comfy. We are here at the end of the 606. Looks like I have 3 bars left, but it showed 1 a second ago. So we're going to see. We have about 3.3 miles to make it home. We're going to see how far it goes. So let's go. Pop down here to see if you can see it. It's bouncing between 1 and 2. I still have it on level 2. I keep wanting to call it pedal assist, yet there are no pedals. But I am on speed number 2. As you can see, we're cruising at 20 miles an hour. Which tells me that it's starting to slow down, okay, because we're between 10 and 20% battery power left, and normally we were doing about 22 according to the screen, but now we are holding a steady 20. Well, now we're holding a steady 19. So it seems that as the battery gets lower, we get slower. All right, now the bar is flashing, the battery bar is flashing completely, but we are still holding at 18, 19 miles an hour. Just checking to see if you guys can see the bars. It's flashing right there. And as you can see, we are now doing 16 miles an hour as opposed to the 22. I still think that's going pretty fast for this thing to be flashing with its last bar. And I can feel, now I'm sitting down at the moment so you guys can see the screen, but I can feel it, the motor pulsing a little bit as it's still trying to keep pushing us forward. As you can see, we're doing 9 miles an hour, 8. Oh, this thing's not going to last much longer. I don't think we're going to make it much farther. 4 miles an hour. Come on, come on. E05. And we are not moving anymore. Yeah, I'm going to call it. We are just not moving. All right, let's pull over here. I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, here we are at the end. I ended up coming down here just a little bit. Where I ended up stopping, there was a school, and those were the loudest kids ever. So I didn't want to have to try to fight over their screaming. But here we are. We've made it. We're here at the end. Now, the display shows that we made it 23 miles. Strava shows that we made it 24.41 miles before we ran out of battery power. Now, I have to tell you that I truly believe that if I didn't do all of that hill climbing up that steep hill, well, I would have made it a lot farther. I do have to say that I really enjoyed trying out this scooter today because the front and rear suspension works excellent. The seat is super plush and it has that suspension seat post. Now, I didn't spend, out of this 24 miles or whatever, I didn't spend barely any time sitting on this thing because it just felt better to stand up. But it was nice whenever I'd go to a stoplight and stop, and then I'd sit down and wait for the light to turn green. So that's where that seat came in handy. So that's why I'm going to leave it on the scooter. Also, I believe if you were using this to do some light grocery shopping, well, you can just put a shopping bag right there and just pull it along if you didn't bring a backpack with you. If you are interested in this scooter, well, you can get it from my friends at geekbuying.com. They're the ones who sent me this scooter to review. Right now it is $949 on the website, but if you use their code, which is right here, well, you can get it for $899. Plus, don't forget, it comes with like this little free Fitbit band, smart band thingamabob. Now, one thing I need to do is figure out how to get into the menu and set up the cruise control because I'm pretty sure it just hasn't been turned on. So I'll end up getting into the menu and figuring that all out. I might end up doing just a distance test with this scooter alone without doing all the hill climbing testing just to see how far I can go. I'm not sure yet. We'll see about that. Well, that does it. That is my review on Ausom's Leopard Off-Road Scooter. I want to thank you for watching, and until I see you again, enjoy the ride.